Trump needs to spare us from savage wrongdoing. From promising to free our groups from cartel brutality, to vowing to send in the feds to take action against manslaughter rates in Chicago, to more than once, and inaccurately, asserting the murder rate in the U.S. is the most elevated it's been in 47 years, the president, with Attorney General Jeff Sessions next to him, has pledged to put a conclusion to American gore. The issue with Trump's acting is that there is no national wrongdoing wave. The current week's information on anticipated wrongdoing rates for 2017 from the Brennan Center for Justice, which envisions a slight reduction in general and savage wrongdoing rates in 30 noteworthy urban communities, is a decent update that it's fundamental to take the long view with regards to wrongdoing measurements. Utilizing maybe a couple of very long time of information to roll out arrangement improvements, assert triumph, or instigate uneasiness in a terrified open doesn't bode well, particularly when general wrongdoing rates stay at noteworthy lows. The frenzy over rising wrongdoing didn't leave thin air. In 2015 and 2016, rough wrongdoing rates, particularly kill rates, rose marginally by and large. As per information from 30 noteworthy urban areas dissected by the Brennan Center for Justice, that ascent can be ascribed to upticks in fierce wrongdoing in a modest bunch of significant urban areas, for example, Baltimore, Chicago, and Washington. Normally, those subtle elements, that the details concentrated on 30 noteworthy metropolitan ranges and that the expansion just mirrored an increment in a couple of those, were put aside by Trump and a significant part of the media for scaremonger features. That bodes well, a Trump crusade grounded in the truth that wrongdoing has been relentlessly succumbing to decades would have been far less convincing. The same ought to be noted while considering the most recent numbers from the Brennan Center. The association predicts a 2.5% drop in the murder rate before the finish of 2017, driven to a great extent by decreases in Houston, New York, and Detroit. Chicago, as well, is determined to see its murder decay by 2.4%. The general wrongdoing and rough wrongdoing rates are likewise liable to fall, per the Brennan Center's examination. These numbers, considered independent from anyone else, appear like reason for festivity. In any case, the vacillations in wrongdoing rates, and the factors that might possibly cause them, are famously whimsical, and a year of information isn't exceptionally educational. Scientists and analysts have attempted to concur on what's caused the decrease in wrongdoing rates that started in the mid-1990s. Hypotheses flourish. It's work rates. It's monetary disparity. It's lead reduction strategies or separation rates or mass detainment. The main thing everybody appears to concur on is that there is no single variable we can point to, that horde factors add to the rhythmic movement of wrongdoing. Further, wrongdoing rates are a naturally nearby issue. An emphasis on national patterns dangers ignoring the extraordinary issues that impact wrongdoing in every city and area. Further, the Brennan Center's information is again centered around only 30 noteworthy urban areas. While investigating the wrongdoing ascend in the vicinity of 2015 and 2016, Fordham law educator and analyst John Pfaff found that only 44% of the ascent in kill rates over this time could be ascribed to urban areas with populaces bigger than 250,000. At the end of the day, it's impractical to delineate the whole picture of brutal wrongdoing in the U.S. with an examination that prohibits littler urban areas. It's likewise important that year-to-date information projections like the Brennan Center's most recent don't generally hold up when the finish of the year moves around. In July, Sessions remained before a room of prosecutors at the mid-year meeting of the National District Attorneys Association and gave a discourse that depended intensely on clearing revelations about national patterns. The ascent in savage wrongdoing, he stated, is not a blip, not a variation. Surrendering to this pattern is impossible for America, and it's impossible for us. This wasn't the first run-through. Sessions had made unpropitious notices about the crawling fierce wrongdoing rate, and it wouldn't be the last. In late August, he forewarned the National Fraternal Order of Police that brutal wrongdoing is back with a retribution. These sorts of pretentious notices prompted the formation of a rough wrongdoing team and keep on fueling the disproven hypothesis that settlers perpetrate more wrongdoing than U.S. conceived subjects. It's conceivable that Sessions and Trump don't comprehend that the organization's war on rough wrongdoing is both superfluous and foolhardy. It appears to be more probable that the organization knows it doesn't have to ride in on its peace steed and spare us. Trump and Sessions distort what wrongdoing details say and what they mean since it serves their motivation to do as such. The president wouldn't like to spare us from American massacre. He needs us to flounder in it.